Hi there, welcome to the upcoming weekend match preview for Everton versus Tottenham Hotspur, brought to you from We Are Famous EFC fan channel. Before we get started, please hit subscribe to our YouTube channel. We do great Everton content, but let's get straight into it now. Everton versus Tottenham Hotspur, Sunday, and it's a late kick-off under the lights at Hill Dickinson, where Everton face Tottenham, 4:30 kick-off, and it is a late kick-off on a Sunday. Nobody likes a late kick-off on a Sunday, but let's get straight into it. So David Moyes will have his press conference tomorrow morning at 9:30, but what I can confirm is two things: that Nathan Patterson and Jared Branthwaite are unavailable after Jared suffering a hamstring injury and had major surgery. But what I can confirm is that Merlin is fit and available going into the weekend's game. As we know, it's going to be a massive game for Everton to get 3 points against a really poor Tottenham Hotspur side. Tottenham haven't really been good of late, being beaten against Aston Villa at home, and Everton are unbeaten at Hill Dickinson. And can we keep the unbeaten run at Hill Dickinson? And my answer is yes. I think that we can keep our unbeaten run at Hill Dickinson. But it's going to be quite difficult for Everton. But I do think that Everton can pick up all 3 points on Sunday. I'm going the game because it's a birthday present off my mum for my 21st on Wednesday. So I do think that Everton will win. I'll give you my starting lineup as well. I'm going to go for a big change in my starting lineup this week because Beto is awful and Barry doesn't look like he's scoring anytime soon. But as I said, without a shadow of a doubt, I'm going to do a big change in the lineup. So I'll give you that in a moment. But as I said, we need to stay in the game. We need to have a game plan. We didn't have a game plan against Manchester City. And we lacked. We should have scored in the first half twice. Beto missed both of them, and he's just awful. So Beto, for me, needs to be dropped, as well as Barry. But as I said, I'll save that in a moment. But yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, we've got to have a game plan because they have got players to hear like Richarlison and all of that as well. So we do need to come up with a plan ASAP to stay in the game. Moyes needs to have passion to win the game like we did against Crystal Palace, and we need to play at our very, very best again. And we should be playing at our very best because we've got home advantage. We've got the fans behind the team. We're behind the team. We're behind the manager and all of that. And Moyes needs to get the subs right as well as the starting lineup. It's no good going out for a draw because Tottenham are bad and we can hurt them on the break as well because they're not good going forward either. So two teams are not good, but Everton are massively good in defence compared to Tottenham, who aren't, who are very shaky at the back, but also Everton are much stronger this season compared to last season. So we've got that to look at, but Tottenham have a new manager this season, but aren't getting the results as much. So it is going to be a hard game for Everton, we know. But my score prediction, I'm going to say a 2-0 win to Everton. Keep the unbeaten mentality going at Hill Dickinson. And I tell you what, if we keep that massive unbeaten run at Hill Dickinson, then I tell you what, we're going to have a great season. I can see it. We may even get Europe if we can keep the positivity going and keeping winning at Hill Dickinson. Because tell you what, home form this season has been 100 out of 100 so far. We've won or we've drew. We haven't been beaten at Hill Dickinson, and that for me is amazing. But for me, that has to stay where we're unbeaten at Hill Dickinson. Everton have got to beat Tottenham, and Moyes has to have a game plan if we want to beat Tottenham. Because, as I've said numerous times, they are good, Tottenham, under Thomas Frank. They can punish you. But Everton have got the key players there, punish Tottenham. We've got Jack Grealish back, Shrewsbury Hall, Malin, Idrissa Gueye, Jimmy Garner, Michael Keane, Iliman and Jai, so skillful. We've got all of that. We've got the players. We need to use them properly. But as I said, 2-0 to Everton. Beto drops for me. So this is my starting lineup, and this is where the big change happens in this game for Everton. So in goal, I've gone with John Pickford. No argument about that. The best goalkeeper, we know. Jake O'Brien, right back. Tarky, Keane, Mikalenko. Midfield, Idrissa Gueye, James Garner, Keane, Shrewsbury Hall. Then I'm going with... actually, no. Let me do that again. Michael Keane up front. Yeah, I'll say up front. Let's see how that works. Then I'll put 3 at the back. Actually, no. Jake O'Brien and Jamie Garner right back. Then I'm going to go with Idrissa, Shrewsbury Hall, and them and Malin. In front of them, Jack Grealish and I'm gonna Iliman and Jai. Then up front, Michael Keane. That's where the big change for me happens, because we know Keane can score up front as well. So it's time for Moyes to change the formation, be brave, and why not do in this game? And just imagine Michael Keane scores up front for Everton at the weekend. So yes, I've gone with Michael Keane up front. Let us know in the comments your thoughts. Would you put Michael Keane up front, or would you keep him at defence? Who would you have up front? Let us know your score predictions, your starting lineup as well. And let us know as well, guys, your score predictions. I've gone with a 2-0 win to Everton. But as I said, arguably, we've got to have a good formation and a good lineup, and Moyes has got to get everything spot on, as well as the players. But Hill Dickinson, what a fab stadium that is for Everton. And we've been incredible so far this season at Hill Dickinson. And also we're under the lights as well. So why not get a nice under the lights win for Everton, under the lights at Hill Dickinson on a Sunday evening for my birthday as well. For my 21st, my special birthday. Let's hope Everton do it in style and win Tottenham Hotspur. So 2-0 Everton, I'm going with as well. But as I said as well, it is going to be quite difficult at times. But I think that if the fans will be up for it, the players need to be up for it. We can't lose our heads if we go 1-0 down. We can fight. We've got belief to come back into it, because look, Palace, who were 19 games unbeaten, and Everton made them unbeaten at Hill Dickinson. So we went 1-0 down. We got the mentality right up in that second half, and we went for it. And that's what we need to do in this game, is be right up for it from the word go, from the first whistle to the last whistle, and get all 3 points. So yes, massive game for Everton. Massive game for my birthday, and let's hope that we win for my 21st birthday. And that would be a massive present if Everton win. Up the toffees, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Bye-bye.
Moisey had a dream to build a football team. We went to City and we signed Jack Grealish on loan. Play from the back and dying